All right, now it is my pleasure to introduce a man I think most people in this room are very familiar with, and a man a lot of people love here, J.R. Martinez. Army vet, of course, veterans advocate, motivational speaker, best-selling author, actor, and I think we can all agree most impressively, season 13 champion of Dancing with the Stars. It's not just that he won that night, it's how he won. He took out Rob Kardashian, and I think that was so important for this country. I don't want to live in a nation where Rob Kardashian is a Dancing with the Stars champion. So J.R. Martinez, thank you, sir.
Good evening. Fuck, okay, yeah, that's great. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's how this rolls, all right. Yeah, okay, so I might as well walk off the damn stage then, Willie. Like, what's the point of me being up here? Thank you, one person. Yeah. It's the reason why All My Children was canceled. He was the only one watching. Oh, we get so, oh. You should have watched if you liked the show. Kidding. I haven't even had a drink yet. That's the crazy thing. Good evening. It is honestly a true honor for me to be up here. I love IAVA. I love this night. I love what they're all about. And it's truly an honor for me to be here. So I have the amazing honor to introduce an individual that has essentially done what Paul and IAVA and so many others have asked people to do. Stop talking and take action. And this individual that I'm going to be introducing here momentarily has done exactly that. But before that, Paul sent me an email and he asked me if I would introduce Travis, and he said, I also want you to talk about your story. And I normally listen to Paul, but I'm not going to. I don't want to take up too much of your time talking about my story because the truth is it's not about me. Tonight it's about honoring IAVA. It's about honoring the people that help IAVA honor those that serve this country every single day and their families. The other day was Veterans Day. Now, Veterans Day has a different meaning to so many different people in this room. To those that have never served, it's an opportunity to applaud and thank those that have worn the uniform, that have served this country and their families for many, many decades. To those that are being applauded, it's a day of remembrance, sadness, and to some, joy. But since my injury and recovery almost a decade ago, I look at Veterans Day in a slightly different way. We're told thank you by our country, but we see veterans dying because of waiting lists, trying to get the medical care that they have earned. People tell us that our ongoing mental and physical health is important, but we still haven't estimated. You heard Paul mention this earlier, and the room completely got quiet, and I heard people sitting around the table that I'm sitting at go, wow. 22 veterans are committing suicide every single day. What did I do today? I got my ass up, I got on a plane, I got here, I'm speaking, while 22 veterans gave up. They tell us they have a place for us when we leave the service, but we're facing an unprecedented unemployment and homelessness crisis amongst vets. And they promise that they'll never trivialize what we did for our country, but when we see companies offering cheap tactics like Veterans Day blowout sales, while other companies are actually investing in our future, and many of them are here tonight. That's why when I met Paul Rykoff 10 years ago in this very city at Hot 97, It was our past. We used to be thugs and gangsters and rappers. I believed in him. I believed in what he stood for, and I'm not surprised at all. And for those of you that know Paul, including his beautiful bride, you shouldn't be surprised that he still stands for the same thing. Now, I had a line in here where I said, Paul, I don't know where you are in this room, but I can see that bald head of yours right in front of me. This is like radiating light, to the center of the room. I can say shit like that. I have a bald head too. Come on, let's not be sensitive about it. Todd, stuff like, I'm good, we're good. But Paul, I'd like to take a moment, my friend, to applaud you for being a leader, for having a vision, for being passionate. You worked a few blocks away from here back in the day. And I think you did pretty well for yourself. And you could have stayed there, but you didn't. You didn't. The vision that you had 10 years ago, my man, look what you've done. Look what you've been able to create by being a leader. You've helped give a voice to so many individuals, and I want to take a moment, and all of us to take a moment to say thank you for being the person that you are and being the leader that you are. He's gonna kick my ass for that later, so I don't know if the security detail is still here. I personally would like to request for a couple of hours of your time to keep Paul away from me. And to everybody you brought on board, who are just as passionate, whether they served or not, I applaud you for your hours, your energy, and the passion that you bring every single day to be an extension of Paul Rieckhoff and to give so many vets, most of them in this room, and most of them that are watching around the world, the voices that they felt that they never had. I applaud you as well. We're here tonight because IAVA has recognized the challenges we face and has said no more. No more profiting off of the backs of our veterans. No more putting us on the political back burner. No more blowout sales. No more waiting list. And no more Veterans Day is on the 11th day of November. It's every goddamn day. When I joined the military over 10 years ago, I never could have imagined I'd be where I am and doing the things that I've been able to do. Dancing. But I got here, honestly, because I was given an opportunity. That's what it boils down to. And the people that gave me those opportunities is because they saw something in me. Well, that something in me exists in all veterans. It's not just me. You see, veterans are entrepreneurial, they're resourceful, and everything they do by their very nature is mission-oriented. That's what the training that we receive, we have to be that way. Because on a battlefield, if you're not, you die. Or someone else dies. The mission is lost. And these are amazing qualities that veterans bring to the table, and unfortunately, these are the very qualities that are too often overlooked. But you know what? Game recognized game. Truly. Because these are qualities that Travis, I didn't want to mess this up, so he told me backstage, I was like, how do you say your last name? Just so I don't mess it up, because this is a big moment. And he was like, Kalanick. He got in my face like, Kalanick. So that's the way I gotta say it from now on. So these are qualities that Travis Kalanick both embodies. He's a thug too, apparently, I guess. He was probably listening to Hot 97 when Paul and I were on. And he's recognized this in our returning veterans. And that's why he's given them their opportunities. It's not a handout, ladies and gentlemen. Unemployment is a huge issue within our veteran community. Giving us discounts and gift cards and pats on the backs, they're great. It's a great start. But what these troops really need are opportunities, a purpose, a mission, the ability to serve, and let's be honest, a way to provide for themselves and their families. If you give them an opportunity, you know what you'll get in return? Loyalty, discipline, integrity, leadership. I can go on and on and on. Wouldn't we all want to be the co-founder and CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company like Uber? But the truth is, there's no way that Travis could have turned Uber into the multi-billion-dollar company that it is without a keen sense of resourcefulness. And that's the same quality that we've come to see in our own veterans. He began by supporting local communities, but now Travis has turned his focus to supporting veterans in a way that truly speaks to IAVA's goal of #VetsRising. Got to plug that in there, so start using it. And now I'd like to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to please turn your attention to the screens to see a bit more of why this man absolutely deserves to be honored tonight.
Born in Los Angeles to a mother who worked in advertising and a father who was an engineer, it only makes sense that Travis Kalanick would one day combine these skills to completely disrupt an industry. Travis has been a leader in revolutionizing the way users think about their transportation options and how people connect with their cities around the world. Uber, the on-demand transportation company that he co-founded in 2009 and now leads, is valued at over $18 billion and has brought hundreds of thousands of driver partners onto its platform.
Uber, once a scrappy startup, today worth more than major household names.
With Travis as CEO, Uber has exhibited the entrepreneurial spirit that makes America great, and the company has stood up to challenges across the country and around the world. And that's probably why they felt such a connection to our community, launching their ambitious veteran outreach program in partnership with IAVA, Uber Military. With former Secretary of Defense Robert Gates as chairman, Uber Military is an unprecedented effort by a single company.
The reason that companies like Uber want vets is because of the qualities the vets bring to the workplace. They're disciplined, they're team players, they're flexible, they're loyal, and they're reliable.
Uber now wants to bring on 50,000 more veterans by teaming up with nonprofit veterans service organizations.
That's 50,000 of our nation's bravest men and women who are facing an unemployment crisis, stepping into empowering entrepreneurial opportunities and careers that didn't exist prior to Uber.
We're offering a service to someone, we're helping them get from point A to point B, so it's kind of mission oriented. I think veterans are well suited for this type of work.
And that's what Travis Kalanick and Uber have been doing for years. They've been standing up for what they believe in, innovating technologically and improving the lives of people everywhere. That they've chosen to focus on the men and women who gave so much for their country says so much about their company. As their slogan says, Uber is moving people. Uber is helping veterans live up to their potential and inspiring them to realize their dreams and ambitions.
The most important thing from my standpoint is that the veteran have a choice.
The veterans that are already on the system provide such a high quality experience and just have a better work ethic.
And that is why we are proud to honor Travis Kalanick of Uber with IAVA's 2014 Civilian Service Award.
Gangsta. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud, excited, and honored to present to you the 2014 Civilian Service Award honoree, Travis Kalanick. Come on.
All right, so he doesn't have the thing right. We'll practice that later tonight. JR, thanks a lot. That's kind of awesome. I don't know where they got the kid photos from. That kind of blew me away a little bit. Look, I'm honored to receive this award, especially from a hero like JR. This one's gonna be a little hard. Okay. To JR, Paul, also known as Mr. Clean. I had to do it, sorry, Paul. And IAVA, and the veterans in attendance tonight and around the world, thank you for the tremendous service you've provided to our country. I'm a civilian. But it's what you guys do that allows entrepreneurs like me to follow our dreams. So it's the least we can do to work to create opportunities for those who serve when they come back home. And so Uber Military has been up for 2 months. We've been working really hard. We've got already in 2 months 5,000 drivers working on the system every week. And in 2 months, we've already paid vets that are on our system $8 million. Now, it doesn't stop there because, of course, there's a lot more to do. Our goal is 50,000 drivers, and I think we're like, oh, we're going to get 50,000 drivers in 18 months. I think it's going to be a lot quicker than that. So from the moment Uber started, the best part of my job is hearing the amazing stories of the lives of our partners. Every day, I get to hear heartfelt, inspiring stories from those who work with Uber. In particular, I'm tremendously moved when I hear from veteran drivers about how Uber provides economic freedom, a way to earn a living on their own terms. With Uber, thousands of veterans and members of the military community have found an opportunity to be entrepreneurs and small business owners. They found a way to be their own boss. And I've heard from more than a few folks coming back that it ain't so bad after coming back into civilian life. Ben Johnston, who's here with us tonight, is one of our partners in Boston. After enlisting in the Army in 2000, graduating from West Point, and serving 2 tours in Iraq for Operation Iraqi Freedom, he came home and pursued a musical education and career at the world-renowned Berklee School of Music. I think my girlfriend, who's a violinist, and him are going to be doing some sort of collaboration. I'm not sure. That happened tonight. And to hear Ben tell it, driving with Uber gives him the peace of mind to pursue a career as an artist while not worrying about his tuition and financial future. It means he can focus on his passions, his wife, his infant son, and his music. Or Miguel Corcuera, also here with us tonight, who is a partner right here in New York City. Miguel had trouble landing a steady income after transitioning out of the Army. Miguel says that the financial control he has driving with Uber has enabled him to turn a new page. He's also one of our most vocal supporters and recruiters, referring all of his friends to drive with Uber. All right, I'm halfway through, guys. Thank you so much. Woo. It's hot up here. Or Mike McCarr, who isn't here with us tonight, but attended the Concert of Valor in DC with the Uber team on Veterans Day. Mike drives with us in Austin. 1 week after their return from Iraq, 3 of his closest friends, who risked their lives serving abroad, were killed by a drunk driver. Mike decided to partner with Uber to make sure that everyone has access to a safe, affordable ride, and so that no one who is impaired ever has to drive home and unnecessarily risk their life and the lives of others. So I'd like to take a moment and ask Ben and Miguel to please stand and be recognized. Where are you guys? I see you out here somewhere. This award belongs to Ben and Miguel and Mike and the thousands of other veterans driving on the Uber platform today. You guys serve us for our cherished freedoms. It is an incredible honor for me and my entire company to do our part to empower economic freedom when you come back home. Thank you to IAVA for being such an important voice for the post-9/11 generation of veterans and for this tremendous honor. Thank you very much.